Welcome. This is a class born out of feeling a little bit stir crazy during the age of COVID-19, which has, in the middle of the hot summer in Nashville, has made me feel even a little bit more stir crazy. This practice is inspired by really big movements, really taking up space with your body, and also a little bit of snowy, imaginative poses. Poses that will help us to feel like we're not in the middle of the hot, steamy, humid summer. So, step your feet out slightly wide and angle your toes out and your heels in. So we're going to start with some standing snow angel arms that will lead us into a horse stance. So as you inhale, reach your arms out and up overhead. And exhale, just your arms at first, snow angel them out and down. And we'll go up again, inhale. Good, and really big, nice sweeping arm motions. Bring them down, lengthen out through your fingertips. Inhale, reach up. Now this time, bend your knees go in line with your toes, hinge from your hips, reach down, and if you can easily touch the floor, touch it. If not, reach toward it, and then straighten your legs when you come back up. Reach up overhead, inhale, and exhale. Bend your knees, horse stance style, hinge from your hips, reach for the floor. Straighten your legs as you come up, reach up overhead, and exhale. Bring it down, hands to the mat. Good, inhale, snow angel, exhale, snow angel down, and we'll do one more round like that. And inhale to snow angel out and up, and an exhale to snow angel out and down. Good, come on up to stand and heel toe or hop your feet together. Come to the back edge of your mat. Good, so the back edge of your mat, step your right foot slightly forward, reach your left arm up, swing your right arm back. This would be like doing a very demonstrative cross-country skiing movement, okay? So bear with me, you have to be imaginative with it. Now inhale, if you can hover your left toes off the ground for a moment, do. And as you exhale, step your left foot forward, bring your right arm up, swing your left arm back. If you can, hover your right toes off the ground, take a breath in. And exhale, we'll go back, hover your left toes off the ground. And inhale, we'll go back, hover your right toes off the ground. So we're going to go forward and back, 2 steps forward, and inhale to go forward, left arm up, and an exhale to go forward again, right arm up, and then an inhale to go back, switch your arms, left toes might hover, and an exhale to go back, right toes hover. Let's try it again. Inhale, really lengthen through your leg and through both arms. Exhale, lengthen through your spine. We'll go back, inhale, and we'll go back, exhale. Good, let's do one more round forward and back. So an inhale, left leg hovers, and exhale, right leg hovers. And then we'll go back, inhale, left toes hover, and we'll go back, right toes hover. Good, set your feet down, step out slightly wide, bend your knees a little bit. We're going to take a swinging twist. Let's swing your arms around. Good. Let your spine rotate. Keep breathing deeply. It can feel like our lives have shrunk a little bit more. We can't necessarily travel as easily or get out of the house quite as much. Slow it down. And so it's helpful to really move your body through space and take up that space. Inhale, it will improve your mood. Open your arms out wide and take a little baby chest opener. And as you exhale, swing your arms in front of you, cross them, and swing them again, cross them. And then open up wide. Inhale, little chest opener. Exhale, swing in front, and then change it up, swing in front. Then pause and inhale, stretch. Exhale, swing. Change the cross. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, swing and cross. Swing and cross. Let's do one more round. Inhale and exhale. Swing and cross. Swing and cross. Good. Now, drop your arms for a moment. This next one will feel a little bit like a golf swing. So when you pivot to swing through, but we're only going to pivot. We're going to pivot, but we're going to swing with just one arm. So open your arms out wide. Take a breath in. First, turn your right foot a little bit out to the right, come up to the ball of your left foot, and then swing your left arm down and up. And as you do that, swing your right arm back and turn your palm out to the right. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, swing your left arm down and make your feet parallel. Take a deep breath in. You're going to turn your left foot out a little bit. Pivot up on the ball of your right foot. Swing your right arm down. Left arm goes back. Palm turns out. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, swing your right arm down, out wide. Take a deep breath in. Now we go as a flow. And exhale to pivot. Swing that left arm down and up. Right arm back. And an inhale back to center. Pivot to the left. Right arm swings down and up. Open your chest. Open to the left. And then back to center. Good. Get in the hang of it. Exhale. Pivot. Swing your left arm down and then up. Right arm back. And inhale back to center. One more. Exhale, left arm down, open your chest to the left. And back to center. Good. Drop your arms down, take a few alternate shoulder rolls. Good. All that reaching out through your limbs can really help decompress your joints. Let's change the direction and roll it forward. Good. We're going to come back to our snow angel arms. So drop your arms down, but we're going to step out a little bit wider now. Getting ready to turn into warrior one. Turn your right foot all the way out to the right, 90 degrees. And then heel toe that foot to the right a little bit and turn your left foot to the right as well, maybe halfway. Try to keep your left heel grounded down and then bend your right knee. And you want that right knee to stack over your ankle. If you feel like you can keep your left heel down but bend more deeply in your right knee, then wiggle your right foot forward a little bit. Now grab in through your abdominal muscles, so pull in. And we're going to snow angel our arms. Inhale, out and up. And as you exhale, bring your arms out and down, straighten your left leg, and then bring your arms forward, palms together and up overhead. So we're going to bend our knees, lower your arms out in front of you, and then inhale, snow angel out and up. That's your warrior one. Then you're going to straighten your front leg, snow angel your arms down, but bring them out in front of you and up overhead. So we're going to keep going like that, and inhale to bend, lower your arms, snow angel them out and up. Exhale, straighten, lower your arms and bring them forward and up overhead. Let's try 2 more rounds. Inhale, out wide, push down through your left heel. Exhale, straight leg lower and take your arms forward and up. And 1 more round. And inhale, out wide, warrior one. Good. Exhale, straighten, arms come up. Good. Drop your arms down, turn and parallel your feet. Interlace your hands behind your back, and this is where a strap might come in handy if you know your chest and your shoulders are tight. We're going to take a forward fold here with bound hands. So inhale, squeeze your upper back, and as you exhale, hinge from your hips. You might bend your knees, bow your head down, and lift either your fist up overhead behind you or your strap. If you're using a strap, the wider you slide your hands apart, usually the more space you'll have to maneuver. So go as wide as you need to. Squeeze your upper back. Try to stretch the front of your arms, the front of your shoulders while you're here, as well as your hamstrings, as well as the back of your pelvis and your back muscles a little bit. But focus on stretching out the front of your shoulders. Keep breathing deeply. We'll take another deep breath there. And then lower your arms down. You can drop your strap if you have it. Bring your hands up to your hips. Flat back inhale. Exhale all the way up to stand. Heel toe or hop your feet together for a moment. Good. So before we do that all again, we're going to do a little qigong exercise. And I'm going to call this what we do with our arms, Snowmaker Arms. So you're going to bend your knees a little bit like chair. Kick your right heel out in front of you. And then as though you're going to scoop down and scoop up some snow, and then you're going to fling it up overhead and bring your feet together and open your arms wide like you're letting it snow all over you. And inhale, bend your knees a little bit, kick your left heel out, scoop down, grab some imaginary snow, and exhale, arms out wide, let the snow come down. Inhale, right heel kicks out, reach down, Snowmaker Arms. Good. Exhale, left heel kicks out. Scoop up your snow. Bring it up overhead. Inhale. Let's do one more round for each leg. Exhale. And inhale, keep breathing deeply. Exhale, left heel. And inhale, bring it down. Good. Step your feet out as wide as you can comfortably go to get into that second side, warrior one. Left foot now turns all the way out to the left and at heel toes a little bit to the left side of your mat. Right foot turns maybe halfway, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. See how it feels. Ground that right heel down. Bend your left knee. Stack your knee over your ankle, and if you can go out into a longer stance, that's fine. Now turn your chest toward the short edge of your mat. Arms start by your sides. Inhale, snow angel arms out and up. Lower abdominals hugging in. Exhale, snow angel out and down. Straighten that front leg. Bring your arms together, forward and up. And then bend that left knee. Arms go down. Inhale, out wide. Good, arms out wide, snow angel, but they're going to come forward and up as you straighten your leg. Couple more rounds. Inhale. Good, lunge forward and then straighten that leg as your arms come down. Arms go forward and up. Two more like that. Inhale, drop your arms, then go out and up, snow angel. Bend that left knee, straighten your arms out and down, forward and up. One more round, and inhale to lunge. Snow angel up and an exhale to straighten. Arms come out and up. Good. Drop your arms down. Turn. Parallel your feet. Heel toe or hop your feet together. We're going to do those Snowmaker arms again. So take a breath in. Exhale. Kick your right heel out. Left knee bend. Scoop toward the floor. Inhale. Feet together. Mountain pose, but arms go out and down. Exhale. Left heel kicks out. Scoop. Inhale. Open up. Good. Exhale. Find your inner snowmaker. Good. Nice slow breaths, which even though we're getting warm, the slower your breath, the more you'll manage that heat with a little coolness from your breath. Good. Arms come down. Now, step to the back edge of your mat. And perhaps grab that strap again. We're going to do one more bound forward fold, and this time with feet about hip distance apart. So if the strap was helpful, grab it. Otherwise, interlace your fingers behind your back. Take a breath in, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and as you exhale, hinge from your hips, bow your head, squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your strap or your knuckles up overhead, and bow your head down. Try to relax your neck. Give your head a little gentle shake no, a little gentle nod yes. And then maybe you even add a little bit of rotation, twisting your chest a little to the right, moving your arms to the left. Twisting your chest a little to the left, moving your arms to the right. Good. Almost there. Find what feels good in your body. We'll take one more round like that. If you're adding in your little twist, finish it up. Good, and then bend your knees, take your hands to the mat, crawl yourself down to hands and knees, and take a child's pose. Hips back to your heels, bow your forehead down. Slow your breath down. Relax your back. Breathe deeply into your abdomen. Relax your shoulder blades. Good. Let's take another slow, deep breath like that. All the way in, all the way out. And then come on up to hands and knees, and if you like, pad your knees so you can stand up on your shins. So put some padding under your knees if you like, and step your right foot out to a 90-degree bend gate pose. So the front of your right foot lines up with the front of your left knee. And then hold that right knee open with the back of your right hand. Inhale, take your left arm out and up, really reach up, and as you exhale, side bend. Gate. And then inhale, come up, give that arm a swing in front of you, and exhale, bring it up again, side bend. Let's do two more like that, and then we'll hold that static side bend. Good. Really take up space with the movement of your arm, a really big arc through space. Now we're going to hold. If it feels uncomfortable to keep your arms straight, hold the back of your head. But if it feels good to lengthen out through your fingertips, great. Try to drop your right shoulder down so it's not hiking up towards your ear. Good. Notice if you're starting to close off your chest toward the floor, maybe roll your left side ribs back just a little bit. Looks good. Take another really deep, slow breath. And then come on up, bring that right knee in. Before we do that second side, like a snow angel, arms out and up, little baby back bend. And then exhale like a snow angel, but we're going to take that toward child's pose. If you can go all the way down without strain, great. Then squeeze your navel in, come back up to your shins. Inhale, snow angel arms. Exhale, snow angel out and down. Move your hips back. Slow this down. It will strengthen your core the slower you go. Let's try one more round there. And inhale to come on up. And an exhale to bring it down. And then when you get there, walk your arms to the right. Shift your hips to the left a little bit. Crescent child's pose. Breathe. In our gate pose, we were stretching that left side of our waist, deep in the belly, up through the side ribs. Now in this crescent child's pose, we're getting more the back side, left side of the body. Feel that back ribs opening, left shoulder blade a little bit. Left spinal muscles, maybe even down around your outer hip. We'll take another deep, slow breath like that. And then walk yourself back to center. Come on up slowly to your shins. And step your left foot out to the left. Gate pose, knee over ankle. Hold that knee open with your left hand. Inhale, take your right arm up. And as you exhale, side bend gently, low belly in, and then inhale, come on up, give that arm a swing, but really big arc in space through that arm. Good. And then we'll do two more like that. Reach up and side bend. Good. And this one will take us into hold for a minute. So come on up, side bend, and breathe. Good. Try not to lose the length of your spine. Gravity will want to pull you toward the floor a little bit. So lengthen, pull your chin in a little bit, maybe even pull those right side ribs back just slightly. Neck long, you have the option to hold the back of your head with your hand if your arm gets tired. But lengthen out through your fingertips if it's giving you a nice release. Let's take another slow, deep breath. And then cartwheel up. Bring your shin down. Inhale, snow angel with a little baby camel. Exhale, child's pose. Slowly come on down, bow your head. Do two more like that. Use your core. Pull your navel in. Come on up on your shins. Inhale, snow angel, camel. Exhale, wide arms fold. Bring it down. Try one more like that. And inhale to come on up. And this time as you come down, exhale, child's pose. Walk your hands to the left. Shift your hips to the right a little bit. And lengthen that right side of your body, especially your back body. And breathe deeply. Relax where you can relax. Good. Alright, take one more slow deep breath there. And then come on back to center, come up to hands and knees, and your choice, cat-cows here. Let's try one together. Inhale, arch, lift your sit bones, lift your chin. Exhale, cat. Or neutral spine, downward facing dog. You choose a few more cat-cows or downward facing dog. Lengthen your spine. Use the strength of your upper back and your chest to help power your arms, your hands, your fingers to push your mat forward. Use the strength of your hips and legs, your belly to help you stretch your hips up and back and press your heels back and down. Keep breathing deeply. Good. And we'll take one more breath like that. Good. And then we'll meet on hands and knees. We're going to come up to stand one more time. So walk your hands back towards your knees, roll to the balls of your feet, come on up. So I promised you one more chance to do that warrior one, and that's what we're going to head towards. So step out. This time, instead of flowing, we're just going to hold it. So step out slightly wide, turn your right foot out to the right, widen it out a little bit. Turn your left foot to the left, go out as long as you like in your stance. Bend your right knee. When you feel ready, inhale, take your arms out and up. And maybe you interlace your fingers. Point up through your index finger. Squeeze into the sides of your head. If that doesn't feel good to your body, go out wider with your arms. No need to interlace. Keep turning your ribs toward the front edge of your mat. Push back and down through your left heel and lift your quadriceps on the left side. Push your left thigh bone back in space. It's not a super long hold, just 2 or 3 more breaths now. Try to relax your shoulders down a little bit, even though you're lengthening up through the crown of your head. Good. And now bring your arms down. Straighten your right leg. Take your hands to your right thigh and step your left foot just a little bit closer to your right foot, especially if you went out with a really long warrior one. So this is pyramid pose. Hands on your right thigh. We're looking for a hamstring stretch, and you're going to start to hinge your hips. Hinge your hips with a flat back here until you feel the back of your right leg stretching. If you have a flat back and you can take your hands down to the mat, that's fine. I like to keep my hands up on my right thigh and push it back a little bit, especially that upper thigh. Trying to roll my right outer upper thigh back slightly. So I square my hips a little bit more that way. Shoulders away from your ears, but if you're happy with your hands on the ground, you can certainly take your hands down to the mat. Breathe there for the last 2 or 3 breaths, just like that. Stretching open, lengthening all the way down the back of that right leg. And now slowly bend that right knee a little bit. Come on up, turn, parallel your feet. Step your feet about shoulder distance apart and take a little spinal twist. Swing your arms. Good. Now keep your arms up about shoulder height and keep swinging. That front arm bends in front of you as you turn. Good. And then drop it down for a few more swings. Slow it down as you do that. Good. And then step out. And once you've stepped out, turn your left foot out to the left, 90 degrees. Widen it out a little bit. Turn your right toes halfway, perhaps, to the left. When you feel stable, bend your left knee. Snow angel your arms out and up. And then decide, wider arms or interlaced fingers, maybe point up through your index finger. Good, lunge forward, but push back through your right heel. And lift your lower spine and try to squeeze in from all sides around your waist so you have some support for your lower back. Lifting and opening the front of your right hip and thigh here. Lengthen your spine, drop your shoulders just a little bit. Breathe. Even though your pelvis is not turned all the way to the left, your chest should be turning toward the short edge of your mat. Here comes one more breath. And then straighten your arms, straighten your leg, that is, bring your arms down. Step a little closer to your left foot with your right foot, but the same stance more or less. And then hinge from your hips. Take your hands to get started on the top of your left thigh. And then as you hinge with a flat back, don't hunch, don't round. You might find that the longer you stay, the more your hands can come down to the mat. But it might feel good to keep your hands up on your thigh and gently root back. Especially pulling that left outer upper thigh back a little bit and around. Right outer upper hip rolls forward just slightly. Stay grounded down through your right heel. Breathe, pull your core in a little bit. Shoulders away from ears, nice long neck. Good, you're almost there. One more breath. Bend your left knee a little bit. Come on up to stand slowly. Turn, parallel your feet, step in. One more round, spinal twist. Good. And then up higher, shoulder height. Good. And then drop it down, slow it down. Good. Come on down to sit. Come on down to sit. And we're going to do one more little core exercise here before we really start our cool down. This one starts on our backs. So give yourself room to recline and bend your knees and hug your knees in. Rock a little bit side to side. So we're going to start really simple. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, curl your nose up toward your knees and reach your arms forward on either side of your legs. Now as you inhale, snow angel your arms out and up overhead. And as you exhale, snow angel forward, keeping your head and shoulders lifted. If you want more challenge, then as you sweep your arms, snow angel out and up and your legs straighten, that's a low boat. And then you exhale back into your cannonball shape. So keep going, navel to spine. Just a few more rounds. You do not need to take your legs low. You can keep them high. Will be a little bit more manageable for your body. Let's just try 2 more rounds. Good. 1 more round. Good. And then you're down on your back. Rock a little bit side to side. Good. Now, we're going to end up on our bellies here, so you could just drop your feet and roll over, or you could roll yourself up and turn around so you can see the screen if you need to. So find your way over onto your belly. And from here, we're going to do a quad stretch. So option 1, crocodile pose. Rest your head down, bend your right knee, reach your right hand back for your right foot or ankle. Add a strap if you need to pull that foot in. Option 2, Sphinx pose. Stay up on your forearms and reach back the same way for that right foot or ankle. Anchor your right hip down just gently. Probably rocked your weight off to the left. Try to put a little bit more weight down through that right hip. If you're up in Sphinx, try not to let your shoulders creep up towards your ears. Lengthen your neck. Pay special attention to your lower abdominals, hug them in. Breathe deeply. At the front of that right thigh, lengthen. Good. Last 2 breaths here. And 1 more. And then a slow release. We're going to lower down if you were up in Sphinx and bend your knees and windshield wiper your legs a few times side to side. Rest your head down. Relax your neck. Finish up 1 more windshield wiper. And then straighten out your legs. Legs in line with your hips. You can choose to stay down or to prop back up to Sphinx. Bend your left knee. Reach your left hand back, whichever you choose, down in crocodile or up in Sphinx. Reach back and either with your hand or with the strap, pull that left heel in towards your hip until you feel some stretch for the front of your hip and thigh. And then a little bit of squaring of your pelvis, a little heavier in your left hip if you lifted it up off the ground. Low belly in slightly, long neck, breathe. Down the front of that left thigh without losing a little bit of lower abdominal support. Let's take another slow deep breath like that. And then slowly release it, lower yourself down if you were up. 1 more round of windshield wipers. Good. And from there, straighten your legs, press yourself up to hands and knees and take a brief child's pose to re-lengthen your back after that little back bending quad stretch. Start to really slow your breath down. Good. One more round of slow, deep breath like that. And then come on up and have a seat on your hips with your feet out in front of you. For two choices, the first choice, simple cross legs, right shin in front of the left shin. And you could certainly prop your hips up on something if you need to get more comfortable. Your second choice is double pigeon or something like it where you'll cradle your right shin and cross your right ankle over your left knee. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly ankle to knee, it could be crossed a little more, it could be crossed a little bit less. So play around until you have a position where you don't feel a strain in your hips and you're sitting up with a pretty neutral spine. So if you're struggling to sit up straight, put some height under your hips. Now turn toward your right knee and grab hold of that right knee for a moment and pull it back toward you. Pull it back toward you and notice how that helps you to lift your chest a little bit and starts to tilt your pelvis just a little bit forward and to the right. And then from there, if you don't have a hip stretch, start to lean out over that right knee until you get one. And if you're leaning and you still don't get one, take your hands down to the mat and try crescent style, reaching your left arm out farther than your right arm. If you don't make it that far down, you can choose whether to keep pulling back against your knee. Sometimes it's really helpful to maintain that tension, and sometimes it feels good to let go of it. So find a good stretch for your hip, for your back. Doesn't feel like a strain. And breathe. Relax your neck. And bow your head in, even if you're not very deeply folding into the pose. Good. And we'll take another round, slow, deep breath. And slowly lift your head, walk yourself back up. If you're in double pigeon and your ankle's above your knee, cradle first, uncross, and then stretch both legs out in front of you, give them a little jiggle. Good. And then take that right leg out wide and bend your left knee. Now again, you can prop your hips up on something if you need to. And lean straight forward and see if you start to get an inner thigh opener. The wider your two thighs go apart, the better chance you'll get an inner thigh opener. Now I don't get one here unless I sit my hips literally up on my heel or even in front of my heel a little bit, so that's where I'm going to go, but that might not be where you go. So both hips can stay on the ground. Good. If you're up a little higher, your thigh is most likely going to be hovering a little off the ground. Point your right toes, which can help prevent hyperextending in your knee. If you know you're a hyperextender, be careful to keep a little bend in your knee. And then you might play a little bit with hinging from there or leaning a little bit to the right. Sometimes just changing the angle of how you are sitting can give you that perfect inner thigh opener for your body. So play around a little bit. You might feel it on both sides or just on that right side. Breathe deeply. If you're sitting up on that left heel or even your left hip in front of that left heel a little bit, try to let your right hip and thigh drop down. Good. Let's take another slow, deep breath. And then you'll slowly walk yourself up, and if you were sitting up, sit back over your legs. Good. Help both of those legs to come out in front of you. Give them a little jiggle. And we'll start the whole thing over again. So left shin in front of the right shin. Sukhasana, simple cross legs, is option one, or double pigeon, or something resembling double pigeon. Cradle that left shin and bring ankle above knee, or a little wider, a little narrower, until you find a comfortable spot. Turn a little bit to the left, grab your left knee, pull back against it just a little bit. Take a breath in. You might already have a stretch, and all you have to do is lean a little bit. Or you might start to lean, bow, and maybe you fold and you reach your right arm out farther than your left arm. You add a little bit of back body, crescent style opening to that left side hip stretch. So Find where it feels right for your body. Relax as much as you can without losing the shape of the pose, and breathe deeply. All the way in as you inhale. All the way out as you exhale. Be patient for a couple more breaths. Rather than pushing, just let some time pass and see what happens. After this next exhalation, slowly walk yourself back up. Cradle if you are in something like double pigeon. Stretch out in front of you, little jiggle. And then go wide with that left leg, right knee bends and goes out wide. You can try from there with your hips up on something if you need to. You can try hinging straight forward, or sit your hips up on your right heel, or maybe slightly in front of your right heel. Again, the wider apart your two thighs go, the wider the angle, the more chance you'll get inner thigh rather than hamstring. And then see, you might hinge forward from there, you might lean, you might turn a little toward that left leg, you might stay upright and just let your left hip drop down. Wherever you find a good inner thigh stretch, stay and breathe. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. If your left hip is elevated off the ground, point your left toes, a little extra protection for your knee joint. The reason that works is it contracts your calf muscles, and when your calf muscles contract, it can slightly prevent your knee from hyperextending there. So you're almost there now. One more breath. Good, and then bring yourself upright or sit back over your right heel. Get both legs out in front of you. Give them a jiggle. Give yourself room to recline. Come on down. We're heading for relaxation after a few windshield wipers. So when you come on down to your back, bend your knees, arms go wide. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. Turn your chin in the other direction as you go. Good. And you'll finish up one more round like that. And when you get done, find a comfortable shape for Shavasana. Could be traditional, arms out long, legs out long, down and out as wide or as narrow as it feels good to you, your arms and legs. And if you'd prefer butterfly or sliding a pillow behind your knees, any other shape that you can rest in, find your way there. Lengthen your neck, close your eyes for a moment. And bring your attention to your breath. The practice of yoga reminds us that we have some agency over our lives. Even though there's a pandemic right now and the virus is preventing us from doing things we might otherwise be doing, we still have a lot of agency, we have a lot of say over where our minds go and how we choose to be in our bodies, how we choose to move through the world, even when our world is a little limited. Feel your whole body cooling down now. Feel your breath as it moves in through your nose, nice and cool, refreshing, warm as it moves out through your nose. Visualize yourself exhaling out some of that excess heat that you built up. Inhaling in new, rich oxygen to nourish your body and your mind. Relax your hips and legs, your feet and your toes. your shoulders and your arms, your hands and fingers. Relax your back and your neck. Relax your belly and your chest. Relax your face. Relax your head. And now take a deep, slow breath in through your nose, side out through your mouth. And wiggle your fingers and toes a little bit, move your hands and feet a little bit. And then stretch your arms and legs out. Take another deep breath in, lengthen your body. Out through your mouth, bend your knees, hug your knees in one last time. Give yourself a final rock, side to side. When you're ready, set your feet down, roll all the way to one side, and press yourself right on up to sit. Once you make it up, take a moment, inhale, stretch your arms out, and exhale, hands to your heart. Namaste.